Now, one last thing. There's a little known and rarely discussed cause of falling overboard, but since we deal with real-world issues in this course, I'm going to bring it up. Now, let me tell you ahead of time, this is not politically correct, but boaters do this every day, especially when far offshore. So I'm going to discuss it, and if you're offended, well, I'm sorry about that, but save your phone calls and letters. Okay? Now, with that said, we all know that there are a lot of boats out there without a marine toilet, and every boater has a story about how a buddy was relieving himself over the side and fell in, leaving him treading water while watching his boat shrinking in the distance. I've seen several tactics for combating this, and I'll share some of the more clever ones with you. First, simply stop the boat. If you fall in, then swim back over to it. I know, stopping isn't always practical, especially if you're returning from far offshore and in the middle of trolling. So I know a guy who ties this long extension string onto his engine cutoff lanyard, makes it so it goes all the way to the back to the cockpit. Great idea. If he falls overboard, the engine stops, so does the boat. But what usually happens is you're going over the side when it's too rough and get tossed in the drink. My favorite solution involves my tried and true friend, the handy-dandy 5-gallon bucket. Simply add a bit of water to this and take a seat. I even had one clever member of my crew on a scalloper actually mount a toilet seat onto a bucket. And if he wanted privacy, he would just put a full-length rain poncho over him and he's good to go. Very clever and very safe. See? Necessity really is the mother of invention.